My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Alright, Silent, what do you got for us today? I'm hoping some sort of Sly situation. I know that's doing pretty well at the moment. Look, I wouldn't say no to shivs. Give me an opportunity to shiv, and I will show you 4 shiv runs. 3 of which we're doing from the start. Good lord, the cowardice line on this line is real bad. Like, there's a 1 elite, 1 rest cowardice line. Also, it occurs to me at this point that for some people, the history of this series may not be contiguous, so I will very quickly explain. My general philosophy in STS1 especially, and in STS2 for a very long period of time, was to take the path that has the most elites and the most rest sites. Right? Most dense value that I can pick up. A lot of upgrades, a lot of relics. That has been very deeply punished, especially on the start of Act 1 in STS2. So I've started to choose paths that have fewer elites, and then I did that continually until I eventually got down to, alright, let's take as little elites as we possibly can, especially on the first floor. And then, depending on how powerful we are, we can decide whether or not to take another. Of course, we saw recently... Oh god, I'm just going to have to take one of these lines as well. Dramatic entrance for 11 damage to all enemies at the start of combat. I'll take that. Hey, particularly good in here. 1, 2, 3. Your weakens. Hopefully I get Survivor in the next draw. Nice. Oh, and actually with 2 strikes, we don't even have to let you hit us. Ooh, Deadly Poison Snakebite. Hell yeah. Of course, we saw recently, like especially in the last run, that we also do need to take some risks early in order to get enough power to really pull ourselves through the late game. So there's definitely a happy medium between avoiding every elite and avoiding none of the elites. But we're on our way towards finding that. Deadly Poison Snakebite. I'm leaning Deadly Poison. I'll take it. Ooh. Can I afford to take Chosen Cheese? 14 HP off the top. We go down to 42 out of 70. We heal 30% at rest site. We only have 1 more rest site, and like I've got my... What is it? Yeah, tier 2 elites? Tier 2 elites, rather. Tier 2 normal enemies, which kind of carry elite damage a lot here. Start in a couple spaces time. Yeah, no, I don't think I can afford to take the 14 HP. Backflip and Flick Flack or Dagger Spray. I'll take Flick Flack. Especially because Acrobatics is such a premier card as Silent. Makes it really easy to take a couple copies of something that has a Sly trigger in the deck, even if you don't intend to use it consistently. Hey, speaking of, happy to see Acrobatics, I'll take that. This is probably C-Punk, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, never mind. This is, I was about to say, this has got to be the easiest of the fights in this tier. That's because this is still in the easy tier. The first 3 normal enemies you face are going to be in the easy tier, so it's like 1 enemy or like, you know, 2 very weak enemies, something like that. And then after that point, they get to add numbers. And things get a little dicier. Skill Potion. Honestly, I'm happy to take a second copy of Deadly Reflex, rather. Sorry, Deadly Poison. And then I'm kind of done. Not thrilled about having very few upgrades on this line, because those will come very much in handy with this build. I'm not going to use Backflip because I would rather, if I draw a Deadly Poison, be able to play it. Three damage taken that turn, but... Oh, I was about to say, any reasonable draw kills here. But no, that's just short of a kill. I'll get it. Ricochet, Slide, deals 3 damage to a random enemy 4 times. Again, single copy of Acrobatics makes it easier to take that. Piercing Wail is a really good defensive tool. We're up against Waterfall Giant. Piercing Wail is pretty useful in that fight as well. I'll take it. Yeah. Ooh! Am I ready to make Snakebite ++? Just enchant one of the deadly poisons with Steady? I've got to say, enchanting Piercing Wail with Steady would actually be really good. Oh, that's actually... As much as I want to do this for the thumbnail, like a retain... Like, I could even edit the card's name to be Deadly Snakebite or something like that. But, like, realistically, I think this is the correct choice. Not against the end boss of this floor in Waterfall Giant, but certainly against the end boss of other floors. And yeah, I definitely want to take fewer elites here. If I had the possibility of taking these 2 rest sites and knowing that I'd be able to rest at both of them, upgrade at both of them, I would. But knowing that this elite here is almost certainly going to take 30 of my HP means that I end up resting at this, and then I go up here, take another elite, end up resting here, and then I end up leaving this floor with 0 upgraded cards. Like, that's what I'm terrified about right now. Not being able to find the time to upgrade any of the good cards that I managed to get, because we have gotten really high quality cards so far. Nothing to complain about in the quality of the cards. All the complaints are filed under different categories. Easy. And that'll do it. Tactician. Especially because I didn't take Ricochet. God, I love Tactician. Just fuel, it allows you to cycle through your deck so much more ridiculously well. Living Fog is not an enemy I want to see. I'm going to hit you twice here rather than even hit the backflip. Because your aggression is frankly ridiculous. And only being able to play 1 skill in a turn is also frankly ridiculous. So I need you to die pretty early if that's possible at all. Skill pot, I mean, it's Piercing Wail, Strike, and then I just kind of wait. I get 1 more turn, you summon enemies this turn, and then you'll die in the next turn. Great. Haze. 3 energy, Sly. Apply 4 poison to all enemies. There's also Expose, so that I have the ability to remove artifact and block from enemies, setting up for the ability to then hit them with poison. I mean, I want the Haze, but also I do recognize that, like, I'm short on defensive picks right now, but I got a little bit of time. Pendulum, whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw an extra card, and... I love taking the colorless card reward here because I really do feel like the general value of colorlesses in SES2 is so much higher. And also just so much more, like, they're not just more powerful. They are definitely more powerful than they were in SCS1. They're not just more powerful, but they're also more interesting. Especially this appearing on floor 1 gives you the ability to play, you know, like sometimes this is your first event and then you have Fasten from the very first floor, and that's just a ridiculous run you get to have. But I think I take the 1 of 5 and I look for either Prepared or Acrobatics here, especially given just picking up the 2 Sly cards. Woof. Backflip's not bad. Reflex is not bad. Mirage isn't bad. Speedster isn't bad. Speedster probably the worst of them because I've already got set up an inevitability as long as I play my poison cards. I'll take Reflex. I'm pretty concerned now about... Ooh. Upgrade 2. Hey, look, if it hit the Neutralize, I really don't care what else it hit. A second turn of weakness in the base deck is transformative. I'll take the rest here because I don't have an opportunity to do it in the future. Question mark. Ooh. On scales. Started combo with 3 Thorns. That's really handy. Skulking Colony doesn't super care that we have that, but it's fine. Let's backflip first. Yeah. Acro. Yeah. Oh, just defend. Survive it through haze, because getting the extra energy doesn't do anything here. I still only play 3 energies worth of cards. Click clack, deadly poison. Thankfully, the enemy is doing 1 multi-attack in their cycle, and it's next, so I've got Piercing Wail already for it. Survivor, deadly poison. Shouldn't have discarded the days there, but it's not going to matter. Got him. Red Mask at the start of combat. Apply 1 weak to all enemies. Also, we lost 0 HP in that combat, which means we have the opportunity to upgrade on the other side of this. I was so terrified we wouldn't have the ability. And also, that upgrade, I'm getting the upgrade on Prepared. Just given the amount of Sly cards that we have in this deck, I feel like that's really important for us. Deadly Poison, Dramatic. Hold? I love hands like that just play themselves. 3 energy worth of cards, 3 energy, 3 cards in hand. Perfect, let's go. Okay. Focusing on the enemy's poison is going to be the only way that I'm really capable of, you know, taking control of this fight, so... Woof. Yeah, no, I'm basically just going to cycle looking for that. 23. Deadly Poison defense. Got to keep in mind I do have this speed pot for a future turn that needs it. I'm going to go for Haze. There we are. See how far into the deck I can draw before I see a Sly card. Further than this, apparently. Right. Damn. I'm going to throw a Deadly Poison. That was not a good draw cycle for us. I probably should have held on to that a little bit earlier. Let's use Skill Pot here. Whoa. I'm gonna burst Piercing Wail because all the rest of that sucked. Yikes. Okay. Deadly Poison Strike. We are 4 turns? Oh, right, the heal. Just a little bit more than 4 turns away from the enemy dying then. This feels like I have to prioritize defense this turn, so I'm gonna use Speed Pot. Get up to 21. Especially because I need to make sure that I'm in relatively good condition still by the time the enemy is split here. That's fine. Do that. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to draw into anything extra, like weaken on the enemy or better block, but we live by 3 HP. Tracking. Weak enemies take double attack from... double damage from attacks, rather. Yeah. I probably just take Murder. Deal 1 damage, deal an additional damage for each card drawn this combat. Pale's Wing. You make sacrifice card rewards to Pale. Every 2 cards obtain a relic. There's also Pale's Eye. First time each combat, you end your turn without playing cards, exhaust your hand, take an extra turn. I mean, if I draw a hand where we have like one good card, but everything else is garbage, hitting this thins down the deck as well as allowing me to progress. And also, if I poisoned an enemy, this still does damage to them on my, you know, useless quote-unquote turn. I'll take it. Ugh. Damn. Cowardice Path sucks here as well. Only 1 upgrade. Unless I'm going for at least an elite, I can get a maximum 1 upgrade. I need more, so I'm gonna have to take this elite between these 2 upgrades. Woof. The paths have been really, really bad this run so far, but, you know. I don't get to decide those. I just get to decide what I do with them. Ooh, love to see Tactician in that position where I know that I can still just draw and finish the turn. I shouldn't have played that Piercing Whale. That was an oopsie. Thankfully, it doesn't matter. Kill the enemy the next turn. Swift Pot, Escape Plan with an upgrade already on it. Take it. Heal 25 HP, add Metamorphosis into the deck. That does get us to full HP, but also, desperate to remove cards from this deck. Not super keen to take 9 damage this turn. Let's see if I can draw some block. Yeah, that blocks. That'll do it. Let's drop the Tactician, actually. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, I was supposed to play Flick-Flack there. I always mistake Flick-Flack for So, the Necrobinder's card that has Retain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you don't fly away this turn, but you do die away. Stolen card back, and Memento Mori. Deal 10 damage, deal 5 additional damage for each card discarded this turn. Now, Memento Mori is not ridiculous right now, but as soon as I get one calculated gamble, it becomes the best attack card I have in this deck. And I gotta make sure I have actual attack cards in the deck, otherwise I get to the first phase of the test subject on the next floor and I just die. I'll take 2 damage this turn in order to hit you with double deadly poison. That is more than worth it to me. I'm glad you're weak. I wish you were weaker. Misclick there, missed out on 3 damage from the strike. Oh, I love when it doesn't matter, though. Acrobatics 2 in a deck that has this much Sly. Yes, I know I am straight up blanking the Noxious Fumes here. Yes, I am aware that I am doing that, but the Acrobatics is much more important. Whoop. Not a good draw on that murder right there. 12. I'm not willing to take 12 damage here, but I don't really get a choice, unfortunately. Oh boy. Oh, this is not going well. I'm gonna use a Piercing Whale and Survivor, just so I take a wee bit less damage this turn. Oh boy. Thankfully, having done no damage to the Slumbering Beetle, it is yet to wake up. Memento Mori Strike is enough to take out the enemy front, and then just 1 strike to the Bulbug. Oh, please don't kill me. Please. You know I have nothing but love for beetles in my heart. Hey. Like, you do what you gotta do. I'll take 2 damage this turn. Hit the poison on the enemy. 22 incoming. Good lord. Currently dying to that. Alright, Swift Pot. Acro through Tactician. On defend, and then Memento Mori. Okay, mostly skills left in the deck, so of course I drew the non-skill, and as a result, had to play it. 8 damage taken here. Yep. Yep. And I got Elite on this line as well. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. Accuracy, well-laid plans, and dagger spray. I'll happily take well-laid plans. I honestly think, like, if I dodge here, if I can't take this elite and then I take all of these rests, I just don't have enough upgraded cards. Like, I kind of... My feeling here is if this elite is going to kill me, I want it to kill me now rather than me to, you know, die in a flaw's time in 20 minutes time due to just not having the ability to continue. And hey, I gotta say, certainly looks like they're going to oblige us in that matter. Ooh, yeah, I'm going to hell. All right. Acrobatics through haze, a piercing wail, and incoming is already lethal, so I've got to use survivor. I guess like the perfect draw here still has a chance. Like, oh, tactician and reflex both being discarded there. Now flick flack. Dang, no flick flack. 1. 11 damage still taken. Yep. Yeah, that's just a simple case of not getting anywhere near enough upgrades. I took additional cards, which those certainly filled out conditions that our deck needed. Not just win conditions, but also just like survivability and things like that. But then not being able to upgrade any of the cards in the deck outside of events makes it almost impossible for any part of the deck to function as like consistently strongly as it needs to encounter and succeed against Act 2. Okay, so I need upgrades. I need as many of the upgrades as I can get. I think my cowardice path is this. 1 late elite, 1 late shop, 2 early question marks. Unfortunately, we're already versing tier 2 enemies by the time we get to the first rest site. I'll take the removal as a defend card because both Neutralize and Survivor, the additional cards in the Silent Space deck, are defensive. Like, one of them does damage, but it is a defensive card. Ooh, as soon as I drew that first strike, I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to get any damage in this hand. And then the entire rest of the hand being strikes really redeemed it. Vuln Pot, Untouchable, Dodge and Roll, and Mirage. Without any poison in the deck, there's no reason to take Mirage yet. Untouchable, Sly, gain 9 block. Yes, please. Again, same reason. We know that Acrobatics goes in pretty much every version of a silent deck. No. You saw me click those. You saw the slide. You saw the strike even try and hit the enemy there. I'm just here to guarantee that it does. One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I declare a thumb wall. Survivor through Untouchable, certainly helpful that turn. Only having to spend 1 energy to fully defend. Deadly Poison? Nothing wrong with it. Ooh! Fresnel Lens. Whenever you add a card to your deck that gains block, enchant it with Nimble 2. And we had that much max HP already empty, which means we only lost max HP, not current HP. Dive in, lose 8 HP, gain a forgotten relic from the past. I kind of want to do that, but also the 100 gold to get a random skill from Distraction would be cool. Caltrops would be cool. Entrench, maybe, but it's some upgrade dead in the deck. It could also give me Clash and just screw me. So give me the relic, please. Dreamcatcher, whenever you rest, you add a card to your deck. There's nothing wrong with Dreamcatcher. You have, especially in these modes, you know, A10 and SES2, you have to rest sometimes. Might as well get an additional card for your troubles. This sucks. In order to prevent damage this turn, I have to just accept the 14 next turn, but I've got Neutralize and Survivor. Yeah, so hopefully I might be able to make my way through to your stun turn. Well, not stun turn, but it's the turn they're not doing anything. To me, them debuffing us, that's the same as a stun turn. They've conceded the ground. Footwork, Snakebite, and Piercing Wail. I really want Footwork, but I also kind of have Footwork at all times already from Fresnel Lens. So maybe I should just take Snakebite to secure up my poison damage. Yuck. I'm going to use a Von Pot here, because if I don't kill the calcified cultist in the front line within the next 2 turns, then suddenly I should have transitioned my focus to the back line much earlier. And then you can end up taking, you know, not hundreds. I was about to say hundreds of damage in this fight. My brain just deciding to, what's the word, exaggerate that? You end up taking tens of damage in this fight where you really, really shouldn't. Alright, I'll take 4 damage this turn just to confirm he'll die. Got him. Hand Trick. Okay, 9 block, add Slide to a skill in hand this turn. Not bad, but I'll happily take the Footwork this time. Come on, dodge and roll. Show me dodge and roll. Yikes. 1, 2, 3. Didn't even keep the one that retains. Footwork, defend. Yikes. This enemy is only getting stronger every time they hit me, and I can't stop them from hitting me anymore. So I just got to take 13 this turn, and I still have to take an elite on this line. Oh boy. Follow through, Memento Mori, some AoE, and follow through is necessary. I now have to rest here, but hey, at least I get a card from Dreamcatcher. I'll take a deflect. 0 energy, deflect for 6. Festive Popper, at the start of combat, deal 9 damage to all enemies. There's no path here that takes 0 elites, so I certainly have to at least take 1. Toadpole down. Calcified cultists on its way. Beautiful. Power Potion. Ooh, Untouchable and Leg Sweep. Some more access to Weaken is really important, thank you. Ugh. I'm very glad that we had the Festive Popper, otherwise this fight would be even worse. Oh no. Follow through's just short on damage. It's fine. I'll just have to figure out what to do with it. So frontline has 19 damage this turn. I actually had the ability to strike them that turn. Oops. Got him now. Heart of Iron, and I mean, you don't take the Knife Trap, and I think I'm not taking second Deadly Poison. I think I literally just, like, can't take it because I haven't upgraded the first one. On that same line, I feel like I have to upgrade this and use my potions to help me through this fight, so Power Potion gives us After Image. Whenever you play a card, gain 1 block, please. I gotta get poison on you. That's my only significant damage. If I don't do it, then my deck isn't doing anything. Woof. Yeah, that one hurt. $26. Oh, okay, I can block for 24, just straight up off the block. Yeah, okay, it's a lot better than I thought. 1, 2, 3. We split them naturally with attack value. Great. I only have to do 8 damage next turn. We're all good. Terrorial down. Vambrace. First time you gain block from a card each combat, double the amount gained, and the speed potion. And backflip. Exactly the card we want to finish this out with. Let's... Oh, another backflip. Yeah, I'm taking that. 24 for gain 7 block, draw 2 cards. Shrug it off. Shrug it off again. Yes, please. I'm going to cut a strike, and then I'm going to add a single Noxious Fumes and Piercing Wail. This does give us, like, survivability against the crab. I'm going to use both of our potions against the crab as well, because, again, I feel like if I do not get upgrades, I'm not going to be able to get upgrades later. And then I'm going to have to take challenges that are going to prevent me from getting upgrades. It's just... it's an awful, awful cycle we can find ourselves in. 2. Bunch of weakness I put... Whoa, hang on. I forgot that Vambrace was going to be triggering on the first time I defended in that combat. Deadly Poison, then backflip to cycle to a new draw. I will use Heart of Iron so that I can get the Noxious Fumes down. 7, 6. Defend, follow through, defend. Survive if you're untouchable. Deadly Weapon Strike, your turn. Yeah, this is the debuff buff turn, so I can just snake bite, follow through, and basically I'm just defending for the next couple of turns if I can get it, so leg sweep's a huge pickup there. And that'll do it. I'm so glad we were able to spring for that final upgrade there. I think that's going to be transformative next floor. Shadow Step, discard your hand, next turn, attack deal double damage, Blade of Ink, Envenom. I don't think any of these go in this deck, to be real with you. I don't think any of them make the deck better than they take away from the deck right now. Wow, that sucked. But, Wraithform. No, it's I think it's Astrolabe 3 of those strikes, right? Let's have a look at our floor. A little bit of cowardice going on here. 2 rest, no elite, maybe. Alright. Astro 3 strikes into leg sweep up, storm steel, and tracking. I'm allowed to use that tracking. I'm literally allowed to use that tracking. I didn't draft it. I know I haven't drafted tracking in a really long time, but there is some part of me that still feels a little guilty anytime I consider drafting it. Like, yeah, but it's so powerful. I'm not entirely against the idea of letting you keep follow through as well. I will make sure to put you on the ground. Wait, actually, that'll make you run away, won't it? No! Okay, it keeps an independent timer. Interesting. But Even if it doesn't make you run away, I don't have damage to kill you now. Good thing I don't care about that card at all. Dodge and roll. I mean, both with Resnal and Vambrace and Footwork. All of them want to see dodge and roll. Gain 12 block this turn and then 12 block next turn. Thank you, dodge and roll. 1 energy, 24 block. Good card. Don't even have to do anything on this next turn. You just die. I will take an upgraded prepared and no more. Helps us set up for more sly stuff. Another backflip and acrobatic. I'm gonna cut the final strike from this deck. I'm not willing to have the deck have so many unupgraded cards in it this time. It's a bit late to take the Chosen Cheese, but also I do want more max HP. But there are a lot of commons I was still taking this deck. Give me the max HP. So the Chosen Cheese at the end of combat gives us 1 max HP, so we are incentivized to take as many combats as possible. Yucky. I don't want to be in this fight. I don't like these enemies. Dodge and roll's here to help us. Dodge and roll survivor. Yeah, okay. Survivor. Dodge and roll toxic. Discard one of the toxics from that hand as well. 18 incoming. Great news. Frontline's not a problem anymore. And backline's moved to debuffing us, so you are also not a problem. Your next hand could be a problem. I'm going to use Gambler's Brew to cycle past this hand to try and get something more aggressive. Yeah, and then we can just kill you. I mean, I kind of want to take the additional deflect. Like, no, give me haze. AoE poison on discard. Okay. Footwork, neutralize, leg sweep. Oh man. These guys counter poison so hard. Ooh. Alright, Noxious Fumes. Yeah. You'll help me get rid of those artifacts, won't you? Deadly Poison, Dodge and Roll, and Happily Survivor as well. Yeah, I'm discarding ethereal cards, but I wanted to play the rest of those cards, so surely that has to make a difference. 16, we're all good. I'll spread the poison rather than just focusing on killing one of you earlier. Yeah. That worked out pretty well. Storm Steel finish. No. Let's upgrade. I mean, Noxious Fumes is a really important upgrade if I'm going to be running it at all. Whetstone only has Neutralize in the deck to upgrade. I was even about to say, I hope this upgrades Neutralize. Little did I know at the time that it was bound to. Had no choice. Footwork. I don't feel like I'm light on upgrades anymore. Like, looking at this deck... Wait, hang on. Can I sort by upgraded, not upgraded? Not really. I mean... Yeah, none of these are transformative. They're all like, you know, plus 25% on a number, if that. Okay, as much setup as I can do is footwork, deadly poison, noxious fume, and neutralize. Gotta leave my first defensive pickup until this turn. I'll leg sweep. Storm Steel just to keep the poison on you, and then just throw these, even though they don't really do damage here. Deflect, backflip, and then snake bite. Perfect defense there. I didn't even need the Piercing Whale for that. Hey, the right poison hand, as it turns out, absolutely embarrasses the Hunter Killer. Poison Potion. I really feel like I might need additional energy if I want a third backflip in this deck. Poison Potion is good, but I don't think it's better than Colorless. Hell yeah. Getting that Noxious Fume set up while the backline's still sleeping. Perfect. Deflect, dodge and roll. Deadly poison to you. I don't want to Storm of Steel with a Snakebite in hand. Snakebite too good for that. Happy to Piercing Whale and then Snakebite the boss, though. Take 3 damage. Well, boss. Not the boss, is it? I think both... yeah, I think everyone's dead next turn already. Got to see Obnoxious Fumes. Burst. No ifs, ands, or buts around that one. 100% burst. I do think I'm powerful enough to take one more elite. What is the worst case elite that it could possibly be for us right now? Decimillipede. The answer 1000% is Decimillipede. I'd be kind of fine against Decimillipede. Alright, go for it. Yeah, don't have a problem at all. Guess I should probably start with a backflip then. Okay. Let's get you weak. Single Noxious Fumes doesn't matter too much here. Yeah, it's going to be more about gross accumulation, like snake bites and deadly poisons. And outside of that, just about defending as much as I can. Colorless Pot, looking for defense system. Put an attack into your hand. None of my attacks draw me cards, do they? No. Alright, we'll just throw the Rolling Boulder as defensive. Yikes. Yep, it hurts, but hey, that happens. Survivor through Haze and leg sweep you to keep the weakness up. I'm gonna turn off with the damage and then GG. Twisted Funnel! At the start of each combat, apply 4 poison to all enemies. You were only available in the shop in the first game. You're a shop relic, right? It's perfect for this run. Another backflip, cloak and dagger up my sleeve. No, not necessary. I'm gonna have to rest. Ugh. Add Decay to your deck, but obtain the Lost Wisp. Whenever you play a power card, deal 8 damage to all enemies. 1 power card, 2 power. Yeah, okay, 3 powers. That's some good AoE for us there. That's a rest, and I think I take another dodge and roll. I don't play enough cards in a single turn for Strangle to be that important, though. Noxious Fumes. I mean, it's either play dodge and roll or nothing, right? So play dodge and roll, then backflip. Just in case I drew into Snakebite and got to retain that. I don't want to take 6 damage at the end of my turn, but... Wait, hang on. Is it going to be easy for me to take this downside or the other downside later? Actually, the other downside. I'll take this. And then I can only play 3 cards a turn is probably going to be the downside I take. Woof. Oh, I'd love that turn to have gone differently. No actual cards in that hand said defend, though. Let me use Speed Pot, knowing the next turn is going to be pretty brutal as well. Not pretty brutal, as it turns out. Just 9 damage. I'm going to prepare first, hoping to draw into something poisonous. I did not. I'm just going to tracking in leg sweep. No burst for me. Snakebite. This one's going to have to be Sloth, because I can't take Disintegration, take 13 damage at the end of each turn. Backflip. Neutralize. Leg sweep. And then I'm just relying on my poison to take you out over the course of the next 5 turns. 1, 2, Survivor, through Decay. Okay, worked out pretty well. That all could have gone a lot worse. I'm going to double dodge and roll this turn. We'll take less energy as well. I just need to survive 1 more turn here. Leg sweep. Neutralize. You're dead. Woo! Finally! Accelerant! Poison is triggered an additional time. I've been waiting to get that on a poison run for so long. Whenever you kill an elite, upgrade 4 random cards. This is also the first card you play each combat has played an additional time. Or Sigh. At the start of your turn, gain 7 block. I'm certainly interested in just passive block gain for us. I'm almost certainly going full cowardice here. Just ignore all of the elites. If the first card I played each combat was consistent, yes, but not knowing whether or not it'll be, you know, Accelerant, ridiculous outcome, or Piercing Whale, really transforms it. I'm just going to take Sigh. I want consistent block, please. I think the main thing between me and success this run right now is consistency of block. I'm gonna burst the dodge and roll. I can make you weak in other ways, but getting 12 block preemptively for next turn, not too many good ways I can do that. Hey, perfect. So the enemy is currently taking 26 damage out of their 48 remaining health, but after Accelerant, they are taking 26 and then 25 and they die. Oh, yes, I will take upgraded Blur that has Nimble on it as well. Yes, please, I'll do that. And I've got the Sigh. Oh. This one, definitely dodge and roll. Definitely backflip. I'm gonna Storm of Steel and just go for it. We need damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, draw haze. There it is. Nope. No need for any of those without bloating the deck, that is. There's 11 HP. I'll gain the random relic from that. Oh, you're kidding me. It's Neko Skull. Whenever you apply poison, apply an additional poison. Thank you. Very kind of you, game. Equilibrium. Good lord. No. I'm going to remove the decay from the deck and then take well-laid plans. And we'll upgrade that as soon as possible as well. Laid plans. Downgrade 2 cards, upgrade 4. Yeah, 1 will X we've got unupgraded and 1 got upgraded, so, it works out. We'll upgrade Accelerant to trigger poison 2 times. Permafrost the first time you play a power each combat. Gains 6 additional block. Well-laid plans now retains 2 cards. And we almost certainly rest at the last location. Well-laid plans tracking. I keep a card that wants to be discarded and a card that discards cards in this hand. Accelerant, dodge and roll. Storm Steel. Ship. Gosh, dang it. I really wanted to get more poison on the enemy that turn. Okay, leg sweep, then I can get deadly poison on you. I just need to be able to set up for lethal, and all that's going to require is, like, a snake bite with a burst. Because we're dealing the damage that many times. There you go. Just had to find a turn to do it. Nope. Even if Dagger's Row is upgraded, it's not needed here. There's no opportunity for this to pay off, so... Uncommon Potion, Stable Serum. I mean, the Vulnerable Potion does nothing for us. If I could have found a situation with that to save even 5 health, I probably should have used it. Just blur the defense to the next turn. Oh no! I need to draw Accelerant. Thank you. Immediately turns it all into lethal. Skill pot. Backflip, backstab. No. Yeah, no. Maybe I drop speed pot. To take skill? No. 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 The answer is no. Ugh! Don't you goddamn dare. This guy can do damage points, and I'm begging. Darling, please, do not do that to me. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. I mean, the Lost Wisp almost took out the Stabots. Thankfully, the Noxious Fumes at the top of the next turn will. Come on, Accelerant. There it is. Nope. None of those are needed. I'll take the rest and expose. Remove artifact and block from enemy. Not relevant in the first fight. Not relevant in the second fight. Yeah, alright then. I'm thinking footwork, dodge, and roll is almost certainly our first play here. 18 block this turn and next turn, then Noxious Fumes. Up to you. Tracking Survivor through Untouched and Blur to keep the additional block. Hey, beautiful. That bought me a turn of unrelenting aggression immediately afterwards. Well-laid plan. I want to keep Burst and Leg Sweep in this hand. If I could burst a poison card this turn, it would be the best possible outcome. Damn it. Yeah, that's not going to happen at this rate. Dodge and roll and hold. Ugh. I still have to do it. There we are. Even if in unoptimal circumstances. I'll hold Haze and Survivor, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not really scared about losing any HP in this fight. I am, however, a little more concerned about the Queen. I want to keep Burst Snakebite for the other side of the door. Alright, I kind of just have to slow play it here. But it's fine, we've got enough defense to do so. Hey, at least we got the blow at the end of the turn. So it's Burst and... I'll hold Haze instead of Leg Sweep. So Poison does you in, which means this turn I get to Burst... Snakebite, prepared my way through Haze. Okay, so 50 poison on you means you're taking effectively 150 this turn. Not exactly, but effectively. 147, you okay? Are you happy now? I know it's a different number. Snakebite? Well, I'll just Deadly Poison you. And then Survivor, and then I'll just watch you die next turn. I don't have to haste this on anyone's behalf. More poison. All right. Now, here's the real one. Okay, I'm using Stable Serum. I'm going to deflect for full block this turn, then burst Snakebite on the Queen. I'm just setting up to go straight acceleration, kill the Queen. Noxious Flames and Leg Sweep with weakness on the front line. Accelerant has to go down this turn, so Piercing Wail, Accelerant, and I'll drop Tracking. Yeah, I think we're... I don't know anything. I've never even seen a video game. Oh, of course. Despite playing the Storm of Steel there in order to try and discard Untouchable from hand, because I played a bound card, even the discarded bound card was not able to be played. Let's prepare. Oh, we got through Haze. I mean... Okay, the Queen just survives. GG. I think this was a very convincing win. That's what happens when all the poison goes your way. When you start with the Snecko Skull. Well, I say start with. We started with Fresnel Lens and then just got the ability to bulk out our deck with all of these ridiculously defensive draw tools and the 2 backflaps. And... well, I mean, basically the 2 backflaps. Also, Vambrace and Dodge and Roll just really putting in incredible work there. But realistically, this run was the first run I found Accelerant, and it showed why Accelerant matters so goddamn much. This is Catalyst. Catalyst makes Poison do 3 times as much on the turn that Catalyst is applied. This is Catalyst. It's 3 times as much this turn. Hell yeah. Take that, Architect. I'll be back to see you and, ideally, kill you as the, Regent, rather. In just about an hour's time. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is the series playlist for all my content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. How to represent special thanks this episode to Disney Mia. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.